just in case someone's watching this that doesn't know what autism is, it is a neurological condition. The brains of people with autism, neurologically, the way that the neurons fire in different situations are different from neurotypical people. This is not a disease. This is not something that's contagious. It is just a difference in the brain functioning. The new DSM came out. That's the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, which doctors use to diagnose these types of conditions. And so there are some changes as to the way they diagnose it, but I'm not going to go into all that right now. That's a whole nother video. Right now, I'm just going to briefly say that the main symptoms of autism are communication difficulties. This is can be verbal communication difficulties or especially social. Now, the DSM-5 does not have the category of Asperger's. People with Asperger's do not have the verbal communication problems. They're very verbal, but they still have the social problems. But now with the new way of diagnosing, they're kind of lumped in with autism, and I have my own opinions about that, but there is a thriving Asperger's community that identifies themselves that way. So so that's the first symptom, is communication problems and social problems, not knowing how to interact with people, not making eye contact, not knowing what to do in different situations, things like that. The other symptom is rigid and repetitive behaviors. So, for instance, they may have a certain schedule that they feel compelled to follow. They may line things up when they're children. They may have a hard time with certain changes in their life, things like that. So, so those are the symptoms, and I want you to notice that I did not say that one of the symptoms was a negative behavior. A lot of people think when they hear autism, the first thing they think about is meltdowns. That's not what autism is. Think about if you went into a place, such as a grocery store, you were bombarded with noises and sounds and visual things all over the place, smells, and you just did not know how to handle that. And on top of that, what if you couldn't say anything? You had no way to communicate that you were in distress. I think I would have a meltdown in that case. So I really encourage you to have some understanding and compassion when people with autism have these meltdowns. Some people with autism have very difficult sensory issues, either that they're hypersensitive and they just can't stand being touched or certain noises or certain smells, or on the other hand, they may be hyposensitive, undersensitive, where they might get hurt and not even notice it and just keep going on their way. So that's an area that really needs more study, but an area that we need to understand about autistic people, that a lot of them have issues in this area, and we can help them by trying to avoid those triggers.